I'm standing here before you because I probably do know you. Our lives and our beings are amazingly powerful, and you often begin as a kid, and it's always understood that someday you'll understand what you are, what the universe is, where you belong, what's important, and all those ponderings. And yet, the best we resolve is that we're not afraid of death. God is real, and love is a critical core. Yeah, right. I've just run bang into 3 of the ultimate questions, shared universally by men. You're conscious. If you are, these questions are asked, and that's because an unexamined life is not worth living. Signed, Socrates and me. In Jesus' name, I'm inviting you to come with me to a retreat that I've named the CPD Convocation. C, P, and D are these. C is for Cosmology, what reality really is: physical, spiritual, macro, micro, cosmic. People used to think the flat earth was carried on the back of a great turtle, and that was that. We'll talk about it. P is for purpose, for our existence. No purpose, no life. You know, a lot of people wouldn't mind being denied knowledge of everything else if only they knew the why part. D is for destinations and outcomes, like what happens to your consciousness and whither goes the soul. The universe is like a vast, complex machine which we find ourselves embedded in, and for which we are groping for the operating manual. The thing is, you and I do this on a spiritual foundation. The secular humanists, and they are really my concern just now, they and the atheists have either, 1, missed the point, nobody having taught them during the formative years, or 2, they have taken authorship of this operating manual since they believe they can answer the big questions with their own logic. 3, they're locked into a deadly cycle of grabbing for all the gusto they can get. That was an ad, a phrase for Schlitz beer. But anyway, they freak out with the difficult stuff. But you are, what, religious? Sure. So are the splinter sects and most religious traditions besides yours. And I personally know that God has been reaching me, and you too, I should think, through His church, through prayer, through contemplation, and a few good smacks on the head. Those were those revelations you noticed. Now, in this CPD convention, I'd like to make some conclusions. But together, as we can, as a group, write out accurate definitions which we could pass on to others, to our families and children, and to inquiring or curious people like us who have dared to dream and wonder. We will need guidelines, keynoters, spiritually experienced people, pastors. Can you help with that? We'll need facilities. I truly need your support. But let's schedule it for mid or late fall, or the spring. We have to think about it. Will you help? So I'm asking you now, in God's name,